If I tell you that there's a way of having AI installed on your computer, would you believe me? Well, today, this is totally possible thanks to the Pinokio Browser. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Of course, you'll need to check the hardware requirements for your system. Today, I'll install and test Pinokio Browser on my Mac Studio M2. I'm mentioning this because later, you'll see how it affects some of the choices I made. I'm not just installing local AI. I'll also be setting up my own OpenAI system. So stay until the end. I'm sure it'll save you some real money. First, we need to download Pinokio from its official site. I'll assume you're a skilled Mac user, so the process is pretty standard, except for one thing, Sentinel. That's a small app that helps you avoid macOS blocking Pinokio from running. Once that's done, you're ready to enjoy local AI or start reducing costs with API options. Now set up the Pinokio interface the way you like. As you'll see, the interface has a discovery section where you'll find AIs you can install locally. In my case, I installed Face Fusion first. When you start the install, it'll begin downloading extra software needed for the AI to work. So I recommend creating a backup image of your system and only downloading verified tools from Pinokio, for obvious reasons. Once all dependencies are installed, follow the instructions to finish Face Fusion's setup. Voila! Your first AI is installed, and the app itself is only a few megabytes. But don't be fooled. The AI install ended up being almost 9 GB, so make sure you have enough disk space. I tested the AI with face swapping, and overall it worked well. Then, I installed Bark for voice cloning, and honestly, I didn't like it. So I switched to Open Audio, and it was a much better experience for me. Then I found Open WebUI, and I got curious. One feature stood out, the ability to run your own ChatGPT using OpenAI's API. To do that, you'll need to install Ollama. Once that's installed, you can launch Open WebUI from the left panel. Oh, and one more thing, many of these tools will give you a local IP address. Just click it to open the web interface. Now, remember when I mentioned I'm using a Mac Studio M2? This is where it really matters. Open WebUI lets you run open source models, like DeepSeek. Before downloading anything, take a screenshot of the options. Then ask Gemini or a similar AI which models will run smoothly on your hardware. Because some models need a lot of compute and disk space. Now let's talk about connecting your own OpenAI API. Go to the OpenAI site, buy some credit, and generate your API key. Do not forget to copy that key before saving. You won't be able to see it again. If you lose it, you'll have to delete and regenerate the key. Once you have it, go to Settings, then Connections, paste your API key and set the endpoint to. When you run your own ChatGPT, you'll be asked which model to load. Again, take a screenshot of the options and ask an AI to explain the differences, performance, and costs. So, why did I decide to use the API instead of running everything locally? Simple: compute power. This way, I'm not relying entirely on my machine. Try it for yourself and follow me for more.